I hope you can stay with me here. We're going to try to discuss a little more about Ukraine and today's speech by President Zelenskyy of Poland at Congress. So be with me here. On the 16th, Friday, we can see it's 67.3 right now in my studio here in Batavia. And that's what it is. And tomorrow I celebrate 20 years since my car accident, too, on St. Patrick's Day, which I survived. I can briefly, my car flipped. I had I forget what they call a blackout type thing. And it was a vagus nerve problem and or vagus artery nerve problem, and never had it again. Said my heart was all right, everything along that line, but I flipped it 3 times, maybe went 100 miles an hour. It was a blessing that I'm here, and I praise God for that. That was 20 years ago tomorrow. And today, President Zelenskyy talked to Congress. Now, some of you maybe saw that this morning. It was at 8 o'clock our time, or a little after 8. He started about 8:06 maybe, and it was about 16-minute speech, and it covered a lot of things. And he got an introduction, standing ovation. He got one at the end too. It was in an auditorium in the Congress, and it was well received. And he discussed a lot of things, and he showed a video too that was very compelling about what's happening in Ukraine. So, and he asked for more helps, all the helps he could get. And basically, he did ask again for coverage on the fly zone. He did bring that up, but I think if we can get other things to him, that's fine. I think he'd appreciate that. In the end, he talked to President Biden in English for the last few minutes. And so that was a very interesting speech today. And I hope you listened to it. If you got any comments, give them to me. But I think maybe it might be a turning point here for us in America. It could be a comment. Who's out there, give us a comment, or is later, put it on the comments when we replay. So give us your comments, though. And I think it was good. I think a lot of analysis is that Ukraine's holding out real well, but it's how long and how much more, and the Russians are definitely doing things wrong in bombing of civilians and just a whole mess of things. And President Biden said today that it definitely was a war crime, or that Putin was a war criminal. So that was very interesting too, that he put that on Putin, that he is a war criminal. So I just think we got to keep praying for Ukraine, do all we can. If we know of some businesses that are in Russia, Zelenskyy said, tell them to get out. I don't know of any offhand, but if you know of some out there, tell them to get away from Russia. And so we've had several guests on who've showed us the spiritual side and what's happening in Ukraine and how they're working there. And one is a theological seminary on the west side in Lviv. And at the bottom of the screen, that's how you can help that seminary. And they're helping people. That's upfmissions.org. Or you can go to World Relief. World Relief has a nice video out. I should put the link on that up. But they got a real nice real nice one. So we got to keep praying. We got to keep doing. And that's what we got to do. Now, talk about prayer. I want to bring up something from this is prayer on the I guess we call it tarmac or the runway at this is called Municipal Airport, but actually it's in Chicago. This is Midway, and this is Billy Graham and friends that are going to go to Europe. And this is March 18th, 1946, Chicago. It's from Chicago Daily News. I got that clipping looking on a clean out, and my mom had clipped that out. And I think that's prayer for Europe. They're going to go to Europe with Youth for Christ organization back in 1946. It's Graham sort of in the middle there, or second from the left there. And what else we got? We got Tory Johnson on the right, and Charles Templeton, I believe, is on the left there. And the middle guy, I don't know if I can read the screen here, but anyway, there's four of them going to Europe, and it's on an American airlines. They're called American Overseas Airline, or American Overseas, airline. I guess that's what they say. But it was really later became American Airlines. So they were going to Europe there, and anyway, they were praying. So we got to keep praying for Ukraine, like they did in 1946. They were trying to show people more about Jesus, but Billy Graham's son is set up work with his Samaritan person, Lviv, Lviv, Ukraine, with a Samaritan's person. They have a medical situation there, medical hospital. So that's helping. It's an underground parking lot. So that's very good. But we got to remember Ukraine, its president, our country, and we just got to, as we said, keep praying for Ukraine, and just keep praying for Ukraine. We got to pray for Ukraine. That's what we have to do. And well, that's what we just have to do. So Friday, we're going to have a special guest. We'll talk a little more about Ukraine as we've been doing the last days. We'll keep doing that, of course. And we're going to talk with Dr. Anthony Harris on Friday, and he's going to discuss some things about the COVID and the B2 variant. Down at the bottom of the screen, you can see we can get some of this news, what we have. We have updates on COVID. We have a COVID tracker, and you can call the VNA to get an appointment to get those shots, get that done. And that's at vnahealth.com and COVID. So also the Kane County has Kane Vax. So just do these things, and we'll have Dr. Harris with us for a few brief moments on Friday. So that's going to be very good to have Dr. Harris. We've had him before, and we love to have him. So that's going to be nice. And I want to do one more thing here for Saturday, just to get you in the mode here. We have our Kiwanis pancake breakfast. I'm going to see if I can get a little thing here up on the, here's a little thing. Yeah, the Kiwanis pancake breakfast is next Saturday, this coming Saturday. It's going to be from 8 till noon. So get your tickets. You can get them at the door, or you can go to Eventbrite Eventbrite's got a little fee there, but at the door, and it's $10. So it's at the Aurora Central Catholic Church, and it's going to be a nice drive-through. So that's on Saturday. But let's get back to what we were talking about. Let's continue our prayer efforts for Ukraine. And I was out shopping today, I haven't listened too much on some of the commentary on the speech. I know the president is offering more assistance, which is good. And that's very good. And so we know that's happening. But we know there's a lot of need out there, and in Ukraine and on the refugee front. And I'm going to try to get that back up on the screen here. 1 second here. Some of those places where you can give a little help, aids. Let's see, where did it go here? I'm going to bring it back up. Where did it go? We'll get it here. We're doing everything here, you know. Okay, that's that. Here we are. You can help the mission group in Kiev. Leave. That's with the seminary. They're helping. They've already helped 8,000 people coming through. World Relief. This is a long link there, but World Relief's got some. Like I said, they have a nice video out too. So we got to pray for Ukraine and just that this war would stop. And so that's what we're thinking about here today. I wish you all well. And so we'll see you then on Friday with our special guest, Dr. Anthony Harris will be with us on Friday. So we'll see you Friday with Dr. Harris. And just keep praying for Ukraine. So all I can say right now, until we meet again, God bless you out there, and bye-bye. Bye-bye, everybody.